Yo, what's going on, my friend? Listen, there's 5 critical components that you need to sort out if you plan to build wealth. Talk to a lot of wealthy people that I know, and I'm really serious about making this happen for me and my family this coming year in the next 18 to 24 months in terms of laying the foundation. But all of them tend to agree on these 5 things that we must do as fathers and men to build a generational legacy for our family. So I'm going to try to hit these really quickly. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I can get a little long-winded. So let's jump in really quickly. If you don't know me, I am Cortez Hustle, founder of Financially Led Fathers Movement, where we are on a mission to increase the financial IQ of hardworking fathers here in America and around the world by introducing them to financial literacy as a business so that they, number one, become financially literate themselves, but 2, get paid to help others. And as you can see, then we just solve a problem. We each one teach one, right? So what are the 5 critical components that you need as you set out on your wealth building journey? Let's see if I can spell these correctly today. Don't crucify me if I can't. But number 1, in order for you to go after any goal whatsoever, then you have to know exactly what that goal is. So in order for you to build wealth for your family, you must first define what that means to you. This number, wealth means a lot of stuff to a lot of different people, right? And I'll give you my simple definition. You do not, of course, have to adopt this, but for me, I understand that wealth is measured in time and not in dollars. In other words, if I have $100,000 and I live on $25,000 per year, that means I have 4 years worth of wealth. On the other hand, if I have $100,000 and I spend $200,000 a year, that means I only have 6 months worth of wealth. So my definition for me and my family is the minute that my non-wage income increases to 3x my living expenses, I consider myself wealthy. So if it takes my family $5,000 a month to live the lifestyle that we want to live, and my non-wage income, meaning the money that I have coming from residuals, the money that I have coming from investments and assets that I own, when that gets to $15,000 a month and it stabilizes for 6 months and I can count on it, I consider myself wealthy, because that simply means I don't have to lift a finger and my lifestyle is taken care of 3 times over. So the first thing you have to do is get clear on what wealth means to you. Once you have defined what wealth means, number 2 is you have to decide to actually pursue it. And I know this seems kind of funny, but truth is there's a lot of wishing and hoping and wanting and longing for, when if you're serious about a thing, all it takes is a decision. Like the word decision is the opposite of the word incision. If I make an incision, like a doctor makes an incision, they cut into you, right? But when you make a decision, you cut away. That basically means you have a made up mind and you've cut away all excuses that will keep you from building wealth. So you first define what wealth means to you. Number 2, you decide to actually do it, right? Then number 3, you draw. What are you drawing, Cortez? You're drawing out a plan that's going to help you get the thing that you defined and decided that you were going to go after, right? Now, luckily for you, if you're in the Financially Led Fathers Movement, then you know we have a clear path for you to build generational wealth. It is start a home-based business, preferably a financial education business with passive and residual income potential. So as you're getting paid, helping others become more financially literate, you're building residual and passive income that's going to allow you to buy your time back, right? So that is a plan that we have, but whether you use our plan or you draw out your own, you got to have a plan, right? Number 4, I believe I spelled that right. Once you draw out a plan, you got to discipline yourself to execute the plan, because the best plan in the world is nothing without execution, right? So what steps, actions do you need to take on a regular and consistent basis to move you towards that actual plan? So for me, because I'm in a financial education business where I want to help other fathers and men become more financially literate, I put out content like this to attract men to me, to attract fathers to me, so that I can ask them if they are looking for a system that can help them build wealth, right? I have to do that 100 times a day, right? Now, your plan may not consist of you having to do that 100 times a day. Whatever your plan is that you've drawn out based on a decision you made to go after the wealth that you have defined for yourself, make sure you're taking action every single day. Last but not least, you absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, must, and this is probably going to be the hardest thing on this whole journey, is you got to disassociate yourself from people who will not either help you or support you on your journey to building wealth. Now, what makes this so hard is some of the people you have to disassociate yourself from have seen you through some of the toughest times in your life. Could be a spouse, could be a brother, sister, cousin, could be a best friend, could be a coach or mentor. As you start to ascend, they may have gotten to a place where they are 100% comfortable in their life, and your ascension may make them feel away. You might have to get rid of those people. This person could, in fact, be a spouse, could be the same people that brought you in this world. You got to figure out where they fit in your life, because you can't have too much of this in terms of negative people bashing you for your aspiration to build a legacy for your family. So these are the 5 critical components that you must consider as you start moving down the path to building wealth for you and your family. Define what that means for you. Decide to actually do it and cut off all other roads. Draw out a plan, discipline yourself to execute the plan, disassociate yourself from anybody who's not going to help or support you in that plan, and you, my friend, are on your way to building generational wealth. So if you like this kind of stuff and you have not put a plan in place, you're not surrounded by the right people, then I'm going to ask you to consider joining the Financially Lit Fathers movement, where we want to help you become more financially literate, but we do it in a way that involves you to get started in an entrepreneurial endeavor, because part of that journey requires some tax minimization and some other things that only entrepreneurship affords you. So click the link in the comments, check out our free course called the Wealth Creation Playbook, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Peace.